Peter Suneson from Walking Mountains has joined me. Thank you for being here, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Glad to have you.
Thanks for having me once again.
Sorry we missed each other over the weekend. We were both at the Sportsman's Expo. The first time ever, we were both in our booths, and it was so busy we never got to see each other.
Yeah, and it was really a great weekend, I think, kind of bringing the coalition of public land users and folks who really enjoy the great outdoors via different recreational opportunities, really bringing a unique group together and something that we don't always get to see at the Science Center, and getting to interface with a lot of new folks. And it was a lot of fun, and I think, from our perspective, a huge success.
Huge success from ours as well. I was representing Trout Unlimited for the weekend, and it was absolutely fantastic. Just the knowledge that we were able to bring. I think we signed up like 49 new members for local TU. It was great. And like you said, you got to touch kids and adults that you may not get to touch. Newcastle, Silt, we had some Grand Junction people.
Right, and that, in conjunction with folks from the Forest Service and BLM, Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Trout Unlimited, all of these user groups that have very distinct activities that they go out and do on public lands or in the great outdoors. Everybody coming together and learning about new products, learning about conservation, learning what we can do together to kind of promote open space, wildlife habitat, which I know is kind of a hot topic here in the Valley these days.
Right. My dad taught me when I was growing up, leave a place better than you found it. Whether it's a public space, whether it's a park, whether you're out fishing or hunting or whatever, he always said, leave it better than you found it. Something that my dad ingrained, thank you, Dad, for ingraining that way back when. We're going to transition that into leave no trace. So not only leave it better, but definitely leave no trace.
Exactly, and leave no trace is an ethic. There are 7 principles to the leave no trace ethic that are designed to guide outdoor behaviors. And when we're sharing our vast public lands, it's a sharing that we all go out and we use them for our personal benefit, but with the knowledge that others are going to come behind us or after us. And we want to make sure that their experience mirrors ours, is not, it potentially is better than ours. So you're exactly right. Leaving a place better than when we found it. Traveling on hard surfaces, we're going to want to make sure we're not walking in mud and, ruining the trail for other people. One of the principles of leave no trace ethics are respect the wildlife. Pretty simple and straightforward. Not everyone thinks about it, that when we're on the trail taking photos of wildlife, maybe venturing off trail and getting that great shot, we're disturbing those natural behaviors that they would be doing. We are disturbing them in their natural habitat. So it's an ethic that will allow other visitors to use the great outdoors in a way that replicates ours, but also gives wildlife, plant life, the respect that they deserve as well.
And respect those trail closures. We changed some things. Shed hunting has become a big thing around here, and the Division of Wildlife, Colorado Parks and Wildlife changed it. Now there's a much later season because we were bothering those animals.
And that's exactly right. And one of the big things that we see is people without dogs. This is the time the snow has finally melted. I can't wait to get my dog off leash, tearing around through the fields are there. That's one of those things that we're really asking people to, take consideration of. There are trail closures in effect. There are a lot of trails that people are asked to keep their dogs on a leash because it disturbs that winter range, the migration routes up and down the valleys. Elk and deer are with young this time of year, and so we really want to give them the space they need to thrive.
I appreciate what you guys do year-round. You're about ready to shift into your summertime programming and all of that.
Yes, we're getting geared up. A whole slate of events next week for Earth Day coming up on the 22nd. So we've got a recycling tour at the Murph coming up next week. We're going to be showing Sustainable, the film Sustainable, part of our Sustainable film series over at Loaded Joe's and the Dusty Boot. So we're still, rolling out through programs, and here in a couple of months we'll have our summer program brochure out, and we'll roll right into summer.
Sounds great. Thank you for being here, my friend. If you want more information, give them a call, 970-827-9725, 827-9725. They have programming year-round. Let's take it outside into the beautiful weather with Claire next.